All right, let's just get right into it. What if I told you that the next 5 years of your life, I'm talking everything you become, everything you achieve, or maybe everything you miss out on, what if I told you it all boils down to a single choice you make every single day, right when you wake up?
I mean, really think about that for a second. 5 years from now, are you going to look back and be like, wow, my life is completely transformed? Or are you going to be in the exact same spot, kind of just wondering where all that time went? And look, this isn't about some massive one-time event. Nope. It's about the small, tiny little decisions that just stack up day after day after day.
And that's the crazy part. It all, and I mean all, comes down to this one choice. It's a decision that's so simple it almost sounds ridiculous, right? But its real power, its magic, is in the consistency. This one choice is what decides whether you spend the next 5 years actually leveling up or just treading water. So, what is this magic choice, right? Well, it's all about what you do with the first 90 minutes of your day. Seriously, that little window of time, it's like having a cheat code for life. And the sad truth is, most of us are just throwing it away without even realizing it. And this isn't just some feel-good idea. There's some really cool science behind this. Get this. Studies show your brain can be up to 40% more focused in that first hour and a half after you wake up. That is a huge cognitive advantage. It's like having this pristine, prime mental real estate, you know? No text dinging, no notifications popping up, just pure, raw focus that's waiting for you to use it.
So this all ties into a concept called neuroplasticity. And don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. It just means your brain has this incredible ability to rewire itself. And the morning, that's when your brain is most ready for that rewiring. I love this analogy. Think of your brain in the morning like a tub of wet cement. Whatever you pour into it during that first critical window, well, that's what's going to set for the rest of the day. It literally shapes your mind.
So, you're standing at a fork in the road every single morning. Path number 1, you grab your phone, you start scrolling through social media, you get sucked into the drama. What are you doing? You're pouring distraction and anxiety into that wet cement. You are literally hardwiring your brain to be distracted all day. But path number 2, you choose intentional action. Maybe you learn something, you plan your day, you move your body. Now, you're cementing growth. You see the difference?
And you know, there's an even deeper cost to starting your day on autopilot. Every single time you hit that snooze button, you know, when you tell yourself, just 5 more minutes, or you promise yourself you'll go for that run, and then you just don't. You're breaking a tiny little promise to yourself. It seems small, but man, those little things add up. They chip away at your self-confidence, at your self-trust. And that has this massive negative ripple effect on pretty much everything else you try to do. Okay, so how do we fix this? How do we stop breaking those promises? Well, the answer is pretty clear. We just need to look at how high performers, the best of the best, leverage their mornings. And this isn't about some brutal, joyless grind. No, it's about being strategic. It's an intentional sequence of actions designed to win the day before it even starts. So, for example, a guy like biohacking expert Gary Brecka, he outlines a routine that's built on 4 key pillars. Now, his setup is pretty intense, right? He uses a cold plunge for cold exposure, a treadmill with an oxygen mask for movement, a red light bed for light therapy, and then he finishes with focused breath work. And yeah, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but don't get hung up on the gear. It's the principles behind it that really matter.
Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. A red light bed, an oxygen mask, that sounds awesome, but I don't have that kind of setup in my apartment. And you know what? That's the most important point. You don't need any of it.
So the real question becomes, but what if you don't have all that fancy gear or the budget for it? How can you get those same powerful, brain-boosting benefits without spending a single dime? Well, the good news is you absolutely can, because the principles are universal and the tools to apply them are totally free. And this is where it gets super practical for every single one of us. This is the no-cost morning toolkit. Instead of a cold plunge, you take a cold shower. Even 30 seconds will do it. For light exposure, forget the red light bed. Just get actual sunlight in your eyes for a few minutes. Do about 8 minutes of intentional breathing. You can find guided sessions all over the place for free. Before you even think about coffee, hydrate with a big glass of water. Move your body. Seriously, 10 push-ups or a quick walk around the block is enough to get the blood flowing. Write down just one, clear goal for the day. And finally, learn something for just 5 minutes. Read a page of a book. Listen to a quick podcast clip. See? These are simple, powerful actions that cost nothing, and they can completely change the entire trajectory of your life.
And that brings us right back to where we started, to the big picture.
Because this isn't really just about having a better morning. It's about finally understanding that these small daily actions, they're the small hinges that swing the huge doors of your future.
I love this way of framing it. It's so powerful. Every single time you choose one of these intentional actions, like taking that cold shower, over just hitting snooze and scrolling, you are casting a vote. You're not just doing a routine. You are actively, consciously casting a ballot for the focused, disciplined, successful version of yourself that you want to become.
And guess what? Those votes compound like crazy. Just one intentional hour a day, that adds up to 365 focused hours a year. Let that sink in. That's over 15 full days of pure, uninterrupted work on yourself. Over 5 years, that's the equivalent of earning a master's degree in you, while everyone else is still on the couch debating what to watch next.
So, as we wrap this up, here's the final thought I want to leave you with. The next 5 years are coming, whether you're ready for them or not. The only real question is who you're going to be when they arrive. Tomorrow morning isn't just another Tuesday or another Wednesday. It's an election. It's an election for your future self. So, how are you going to vote?